Dun, 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 dun.
Contrary to my original suspicions, as soon as this promo dropped, and I'm very relieved to know that this is not what I originally thought it was, I had said when the first trailer was released by Warner Brothers for The Matrix Resurrections, I'm like, okay, we have so many months to go. There's been nothing in the way of trailers for, how many months the whole same-day release program has been in action. You'd think they'd put out another trailer, right, as soon as we get to, the November, or late November, early December timeframe, because the movie comes out on the 22nd of this month. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, we're going to have another trailer soon. I kept hearing maybe some general rumblings. And then they dropped this video, Deja Vu, at only 1 minute long. I'm like, is this the new trailer? Because, there's been cases in the past of Warner Brothers and HBO Max where not every movie has gotten 2 trailers. Like Mortal Kombat, Godzilla vs. Kong, those only got 1. And a couple TV spots and featurettes and stuff. But still, those only got 1 trailer. But for the majority of the other releases they put out, they'd get maybe 2, even 3 trailers. If you were so lucky. This one got 2, as we found out through Matrix Monday. Very cute branding, by the way. But there are 2 trailers for this film. I'm very excited to check out that one in the next video. But I did figure with this one, because again, I was very impressed with the first trailer. And even going into that, of course, The Matrix being a very potent sci-fi brand, I think going to have a huge legacy, and certainly, I don't know what the result is going to be from this. Maybe more movies. Maybe it'll be a box office hit. I don't know. Again, I've heard kind of mixed response generally. I thought the first trailer for it was good. Again, I love the Matrix movies. I like the first one. Even if the last 2 weren't perfect, I still think they're enjoyable. I'm just really excited to step back into this world, especially a world where the sci-fi concept of the Matrix has become so intrinsic to real life and really our modern world. It's absolutely crazy. But this film, even I looked at a featurette for it. What was it called? I forget the name of the featurette, but it's like a film's legacy or something. I forget. I'll reference it by my head somewhere. But it was a good featurette. But again, knowing the analogy, of course, like the red pill, blue pill, being unplugged from the Matrix and stuff, I didn't realize the magnitude of it. And that featurette went into so much depth, and again, built my respectability for this film. I absolutely love the trilogy. I love the idea, and I cannot wait to step back in this world. Several years later, we'll see what the result is, but I'm excited to watch it in theaters. But I did figure with this video, in going into the main trailer, because, of course, they had done that little announcement of, the trailer's coming, and then the trailer dropped. But they did all these little adverts, because I keep a master list of trailers I want to look at, and just other stuff on this channel, whatever I want to cover. And I've been noting some stuff from that day from some channels that I'm linked to, just like backup links. They might pick up some trailers, whereas other ones might not. And people kept pointing out these little snippets of little Matrix clips, even before the trailer was released. I'm like, okay, what were these? I remember when they had on the website, they had all those trailers that were allocated for specific time frames, and they would continue to change them. I'm like, I can't really cover all of these. Maybe I covered 1 or 2, but I realized they kept changing. And I'm like, this is not going to work. So, I'm wondering if this promo, because there were a couple shots from what I remember that were not featured here. In the main trailer. So I'm wondering maybe some are plugged in, this particular small Deja Vu promo. Let's see. Because again, I'm very excited for this film. I'd love to take any look at it that I can. We're going to go ahead and watch this first. And we'll talk about it more in my condensed review segment. Fun us watching the video together. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look. I'm still getting used, though, to the long hair Keanu Reeves. It's like John Wick.
It happens when they change something.
Now The Matrix. At least he's got short hair for part of it.
They change something. It happens when they change. They change something.
It's really cool to look
It
at.
happens when they.
Why use old code to mirror something new?
Maybe this isn't the story we think it is.
There's some I remember a couple of these. Small shots. I'm really excited to watch it again. I don't know how much of a Christmas movie this still is, but I'm like, well, we'll see. It's coming in a big season, too. You've got The King's Man coming, Spider-Man No Way Home. That's going to be a behemoth. And a couple other films as well that top that off. But The Matrix is a really big release, and they have the same at-home release. I mean, this is the last one. It's kind of bittersweet. I actually really like that. It was very convenient. I mean, ideally, you're going to the film or the theaters to watch all these films. They give me the circumstances, but even I appreciate it. I'm like, well, I can stay home and watch a film from time to time. I want to see this on the screen, though. I do. It just was like it's sort of it's different than Dune. Dune absolutely deserved that, but this one I'm like, just with the CGI work and how massive this world is, and again the scope of the movie, I have to see it on a big screen. I do. But this looks excellent. I mean, again, so many little teases. Again, like a legacy piece of the past 3 films. We've had this long legacy. Even if characters that aren't included here, in this particular film, like I think they feature, you see Hugo Weaving in one shot, and he wasn't able to do this, I think from like a scheduling conflict. And then I think you saw Morpheus too, the old version. Yes, poor Lawrence Fishburne. Maybe they could bring him back in a future movie. I don't know why they didn't contact him. That was kind of interesting from what I heard. But you do see, I mean, they're subtle, but there's new shots that are there. And again, this world is so much fun. I can't wait to step back into it. That's really just what I want. The overall Matrix ambiance. And I never had the experience growing up in the theater when I was a kid of watching it. And I've heard plenty of stories of people that have. Especially even that featurette, referenced how many. It's kind of like Star Wars for me, though, where it's like, I didn't get to enjoy that theater experience until several years later. I mean, not when the films originally debuted back in the 80s, because I wasn't, or in the 70s to 80s, I wasn't alive back then. Even with the prequel trilogy, it wasn't until the sequel trilogy I got to enjoy that, which, the sequel trilogy, again, bittersweet, but in quality. But the experience of sitting there and watching a film like that in live action, especially when it's such a potent legacy like Star Wars, is great. The Matrix, I'm excited to replicate that in a new way. What are your guys' thoughts with Deja Vu? Definitely steps back in the past, but they snuck a couple of the new shots in there that were featured in those little clips from what I saw. So at least some of the marketing it's still there. Because I noticed, I looked at the page recently, I noticed they changed it, so you can't access those little clips anymore. It's fine. But, as I said, what are your guys' thoughts? Let me know down below. Don't forget all the good stuff, like, subscribe, the sharing, that bell, until we get to watch more from The Matrix, including that new trailer. I will see you guys at whatever point that was. But for now, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves, your fellow man. God bless, and peace.